What's up, folks? Man, Amzn here, and welcome back to the channel. So sorry for the delay, but I ran into a few issues concerning using the gameplay notification bus, and since it does not really transport booleans to other scripts, I had to use numbers, as you guys can remember from the previous video. So that got hectic because I had to use other numbers to call that number to simulate what true and false was. It got too much. So instead, we're going to use a combination of states and tags to govern our weapon switching, our pickups, and our weapon shooting, which is a lot more simplistic and just as powerful. So let's go ahead and get into that. So the first thing we want to look at is the pickups, because that is what is going to allow us to even shoot our weapon, or switch for that matter, because we have to have a weapon equipped to even switch it. So if we go to pickups, you'll see that I have two, but we're going to worry about the primary because the secondary is going to be for the weapon switching tutorial. All right, so as you can see here, I have everything is still the same component wise. And the only thing that I am doing is adding changing two properties. I have tag to add, tag to check. So let's open that up. And as you can see, it's very simplified compared to the previous. So as you can see, we have two properties, tag to check, tag to add. They're both empty. And our on activate, you should still have a variable called trig, which connects to our trigger area notification bus. That stays the same. And the only change that we have is what's done inside of the on trigger area entered. We're checking to see if what we collided with has a tag of whatever we set this variable to, tag to check. All right, if it has, say, a variable of player, which is what we used, then we want to add a tag to the player called, has rifle or has machine gun or has pistol, whatever the case, whatever you want to call it. And once we do that, we want to destroy the pickup. So the most important one is adding the tag here and making sure that we're checking here. So this is a little bit different because we've never actually cached a CRC32 into a variable. So to do that, we want to make sure we call the CRC32 first. In parentheses, we want to use the class CRC32.create CRC32. And inside the parentheses of that, we add the variable self.properties.tag to check. And we do the same thing here when we're adding the tag. All right, very simple. And your deactivate should still be the same as it was before. Let's add a semicolon. Save that. Minimize. All right, and the next thing we want to do is restructure our weapon manager, because we want to place that script on every weapon that we create, and then just adjust the variables in the inspector. This is very akin to how my weapon asset, weapon master, is constructed. If you guys don't know about that, I sell a weapon asset that gives more advanced features when creating weapons. You guys can pick up a copy on GUMROAD if you want to support your channel and support your boy. But other than that, let's click on our first person controller. The only change that we're going to make is removing our audio trigger that was on here. And that's it. This stuff is for the weapon switching, so don't pay that no mind. So now that we have that, we'll take off the audio trigger. We want to go down to where our weapons are. And right now you should probably only have one weapon. I have two, because again, that is for the next tutorial. So let's click on sniper rifle. And the thing that we want to do on here is actually add the audio trigger. So let's add that. All right. And let's open that up. So now what I did was put these in their own section or class or table, however you want to look at it. So I have a table for weapon that has three variables, one called name, which is a string, one called parent entity, which is the entity, and the other is a weapon barrel, which you should already have. The next one is sound, and that's just a new class, which you should already have weapon sound, which is a string, which is empty. All right, so once you have that, we want to go to our on activate, and we changed it up a little bit. So we just have one variable called can shoot, and it's set to false. And you should already have this input call for fire weapon from the last video. So that's the only change really, is this one here. All right, and in our on pressed, we're just doing if self.canShoot equals true, then we want to set up our spawn and we want to shoot the weapon. Real simple. All right, so that's the only change, is making sure we are putting the shooting logic inside of the check for the Boolean can shoot. And of course, our on deactivate is still, disconnecting from the fire call and setting it to nil. That's it. This is our whole shooting script that you can, improve upon, or you could just go buy my asset. That's all I'm saying, All right, let's close that, save that, minimize. So for the properties, we're going to have weapon sound should be handgun. Name, we're going to call it sniper rifle, which we're really not going to use the name. It's just for a connection for the script to the weapon. In the parent entity, we're going to drag the FP controller, and then a weapon barrel for our sniper rifle. We're going to drag the barrel, which you should already have. All right. Now, those are the only changes that we're going to make. This is kind of incomplete now because a lot of this is built on top of the weapon switching, because I re-recorded it, so I had to break a few things to kind of condense down the video. So the weapon isn't going to shoot at the moment if you have it set up the way I do until we implement the weapon switching. So that will be the next video. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. After we get done with the weapon switching video, we will start breaking into AI. And then after AI, it'll probably be something like UI and like game over states, things like that. And then we'll be done. So hope you guys are enjoying the series thus far. I think AI is going to be pretty fun and exciting. I might actually set up a whole little scene for that to kind of break up the monotony of all this gray in the videos. But other than that, hope you guys are having a very dope day. Hope you guys are prospering in your projects. And until next time, keep developing.